So I'm a little sick right now, man. It is what it is. But
He said, you know, cannabis is interesting, and it may actually
But
have some
I want to listen to this, and then we'll get to that.
The main effect of cannabis is to narrow attention and focus. I'm
sick as hell again. I don't know
now,
why.
The problem is it's not a very good filter, so people can...
Keyword filter here. Keyword filter. I listened to the beginning half of this, but nothing after.
Narrowly attend to just video games or just to their anxiety if they're already anxious.
And that'll be
That's
bad.
a problem. But when it comes to
because like for me, right? Do you guys have the same problem? For me, I feel like I have to, like, cause I smoke. I feel like I have to smoke in order to play a video game. If I don't, I feel like I could do 10 times better things with my time, and I'd just rather not play a video game. But that's just me, cause I overthink everything. Y'all let me know down in the comments.
Psilocybin seems to increase creative thinking, new rules and algorithms about what could be an answer. So I'm not aware of how it might directly impact visual perception unless it narrows focus. But most of the drugs that impact serotonin are going to increase focus to some degree or another.
1,000%.
And that can be good if what you're focusing on is pleasant. It can be really bad if what you're focusing on is really unpleasant. I knew people, I'm sure you don't, who just smoke weed and they have a panic attack.
Yeah, the smoke weed thing is a weird one.
So about that part, right? Let's just talk about that real quick. What I'd like to say is I do agree to an extent, right? Like I find myself, because I overanalyze everything and I overthink about everything, right? So sometimes when I smoke, and this is why I've cut down on me smoking a lot, but it's really not just smoking though. It's also just with me overanalyzing everything. Like if I feel I had an unsuccessful day or an unsuccessful couple of hours or whatever the case is, and if I smoke, I drill myself about that sometimes, and I literally just keep drilling myself like, damn, you could have been, rather than just doing something, right? And then I'll do something, and then I'll still be, you know, draining myself mentally in my mind because I'm overthinking and overanalyzing every step that I'm taking while I'm thinking about other shit, right? And then the other thing is that he said, like, if you got something that you think about and it's like, damn, I really don't want to think about that. And then if you're high, like, it can overanalyze that thought process, and then like you can create new avenues for that thought process. I've done it to myself, and then I've slowly had to realize, okay, lock my mind back into place, find yourself again type shit, because like you can easily lose yourself with the negative things, right? Because weed can be very positive in so many ways too. Like, it helps me sleep because I have terrible insomnia. Helps me stay focused when I know that I'm not making the most money off of the shit right now, but I know it can lead to something. It helps me stay locked in on being able to grind on the same thing and learn how to watch tutorials and how to edit for you guys and all of that stuff. It allows me to stay up sometimes, allows me to be up for 24, 30-some hours and a lot longer than that. And that's not good for your brain, right? It's not good for your body. I've done that for a long time, way too long. It's not good for me, right? I was doing that way before smoking. Now, smoking helped me not do that as much. But then after a while, it became to the point to where it's like, dang, now I'm overanalyzing everything that I'm doing. And then I overanalyze everything on top of that. And like, what I mean is imagine like analyzing something so much that like, okay, you figured out A through Z. Now you try to figure out Z through A. And that shit is horrible. So like, if you smoking, it does that to you, slow it down a little bit, right? Figure out when to smoke, figure out where to smoke, figure out how to smoke, and if you can smoke, right? And that's what I'm figuring out for myself too, right? I'm thinking maybe my personal best times is when I'm sleeping, and then when I'm strictly got like some goals in mind, and okay, smoke, let's rock. And then sometimes when, damn, I really drain, let me smoke, watch a movie or something, right? Fully relax myself or watch some YouTube videos or something like that. That's gonna be more the plan, and try to use it as a medication rather than just a smoking purpose, right? But let's tap back into this.
It's like many things. It's completely dependent upon the individual.
1,000%.
Their individual genetics, their biology, whatever it is.
Because my first year of smoking versus this
I know people
second
that smoke marijuana,
third year of smoking is completely different.
And I know people that smoke marijuana and they don't get anything done. And I don't know if they're related. Those two things are related. I think people who
now my pops he has to smoke, but my pops can smoke and put a joint out and go do a million things, right? And I'm the same exact way. But then if I'm thinking negative or if I'm thinking bad or if it's just not a good day or whatever the case is, it's a downhill thing. It's not an incline, right? It's literally giving you the opposite purpose of what you're wanting, and you're hoping that it takes that away, but it's not. It's the same thing as people that want to drink to take away stress and stuff. It's not. It's just gonna push it away for a few hours until that's gone, or until the next day, or whatever the case is. So, taking a lot of realization of myself, and that's also why I'm making a video too.
Who generally have drive and discipline, marijuana gives them a break. It gives them a nice little, just a little rest stop, and I think that's probably beneficial. And I also think it makes you a little kinder, a little more compassionate,
Sensitive as fuck,
which is probably very beneficial to someone who's hyper focused, like people that are like,
and like that would like, oh we now that I'm gonna rewind this real quick and we're gonna let that play. But that's another thing. I am a non-emotional person. I am like the 1,000,000% opposite, right? And then smoking like helps bring that like sense to you, to where like if you don't have that sense to you but you do, but it's like you have this crazy wall up, and it helps like make that wall be, the wall is still there, but the wall just goes from being this thick to invisible, and it's like you can put your arm through it or walk through it or whatever the case is, and it just gives you that feeling.
which is probably very beneficial to someone who's hyper focused, like people that are like type A personalities.
It
trying
is,
to get
to a
things
degree.
done all the time. You smoke a little pot, and you're like, what am I doing? Like, let's fucking relax a little,
So
and
that-
then you get back to it. You're all right. I think there's a great benefit to that. But I should also say that it's
And that's how it
very
was my first
popular
time.
in the jiu-jitsu world.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
always thought
Or
that
for
had
my
something
first
to
year.
do with the kind of creativity part of it,
Yes.
like that you can't plan jujitsu.
Right.
You have to improvise.
Yeah,
It's like jazz.
in a lot of ways. There's definitely that, but it's also the focus thing, that you're only thinking about that. Like while you're rolling, you're really only thinking about rolling. While you're
And he's talking about
smoking
jujitsu,
cannabis
like
and
when you're rolling
rolling,
on the ground
you're
and
hyper focused on it.
And physical
practicing
strength,
your
if you
craft.
find you don't feel lethargic or anything.
Same
No,
thing
not
as
at
me
all. I
editing.
actually enjoy it. I actually enjoy it when I lift weights too.
And what he's asking right there is what happens when you smoke? Like, can you feel like can you actually feel sound? Like, do you feel compact? Do you feel like you're in your actual state, right? And then Joe's expressing himself. He felt
And physical strength, you find you don't feel lethargic or anything.
No,
like
not
that.
at all. I actually enjoy it. I actually enjoy it when I lift weights too.
oh,
I haven't
1,000%.
tried that
Yeah,
one.
I feel it. Like I feel it in the fibers. It's almost like I'm more aware.
Feels like
What's
bands.
going
You can
on.
feels like
Instead
you
of
can
like
feel
this,
like bands inside
blunt
of you.
sort of
Like you feel all your
you know,
muscles.
almost like distance from each individual muscle fiber, which I am normally. Normally, I'm just trying to warm up, and then I warm up, and then I start getting going, and then I, lift light first, and then I work my way up to what I normally use. But when I'm high, it's like I could feel like where it connects to the bone. I feel everything. It just makes you more sensitive about what you're actually doing. And for martial arts techniques, particularly for striking, I feel like I incorporate leverage better into things. I have better balance.
You guys probably don't want to see
when
this, so I'll cut this
And
out.
that's super really powerful. And it's not just mind-muscle connection as a whatever they call bro science thing. The reality is that from peer-reviewed studies that if people focus on the contraction of a muscle during resistance training as opposed to moving the weight, right, something that's hard to measure if they're actually
That's
doing
what my
it,
dad always told me.
the strength and hypertrophy gains are much greater.
Oh,
I think it's
1,000.
like a 15%. I had to
Go back and look at me a few years ago. Okay, we gonna get back though. We gonna get back.
Galpin
I
on the
promise.
podcast, and he would know the exact number. But
Never thought
I
about
always
it that
wonder
way.
about this, like in gyms where there are mirrors and people are watching themselves lift in the mirror. I mean, you're exterocepting. You're not focused as much.
Yeah, you're not focused as much because you're Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's why. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like that actually. And I don't want to make this video too much. And Joe Rogan, apologize if you don't want me like reacting to this / doing my own version of this. Or that's my apologies. That's on me. But to everybody out there, man. Just smoke accordingly. Smoke to your benefit and like to your actual benefit, right? Don't smoke to smoke. Smoke to your benefit. Some people just smoke after work and then they, go about their day, and then, that's just what it is. That's why they smoke, right? Other people smoke for different reasons. Some people may smoke to stay focused. Some people may smoke to try not to be focused on certain things. But weed can affect different people on different things. And also, strands can affect people different ways. A lot of people will just buy weed to buy weed. I don't really care as long as it gets you high, right? No, it's you defeating the whole purpose of what weed is, right? You got to learn what the strand is, right? And then if you enjoy that strand and you like how it affects your body, you enjoy that kind of strand of medicine. Not, oh, I don't like that weed, I don't like that weed, I like this weed, I don't like that weed, I like this weed, but you don't know what you're getting, you don't know what you're buying. So it's like, and I'm running out of breath right now, my bad. But anyways, that's the whole point of everything. I kind of rambled on a little bit. But yeah, let's just get healthy, man. Me, personally, I'm finna get healthy. That's also why I'm making this damn video. But yeah, I'm finna go to the hospital. I'll probably edit these videos after I get out of the hospital, honestly. I ain't gonna lie. Don't know if I got walking pneumonia or COVID again or whatever the case is. Started putting some weight back on. Sick as hell again. It is what it is. Video's a little long. But appreciate y'all for tapping in. I don't know if I'm going to put this on the JuiiceTV channel or the Juice and Pop show. I may just put it on the Juice and Pop show because I'm trying to grow the podcast a little bit. But yeah, appreciate y'all. I'm gone.